Hello. Yes, the subject I wanted to deal with today is I made some of my apple jam, and I thought I didn't have a spare jar at that time, so I went rummaging round in my neighbour's recycle containers for a jar. I got a jar and I washed it out in hot water, and with a little bit of detergent thrown in, fairy liquid or whatever, and then I put the apple jam in it. I took it to my mother, who not only eats chicken but who is a meat eater, and she went absolutely mad with me. She said, "What are you doing? Going in your neighbour's recycling?" She said, "Every jar needs to be sterilised." She said, especially when this happens to be a Spanish chicken jar. She says, especially if it's had chicken in it. Well, to be quite honest, I think a jar is a jar in a way, and we shouldn't be so taken in by labels that we think that some magic is going to affect, or that the fact that it's had, I'm not saying that the fact that it's had a dead chicken in it might not affect something, but I feel as though I'm atoning for the death of that chicken by putting apple jam in it, actually. So there's that aspect to it as well. But one of the other aspects to it, I must say now, because I've also had a girl asking me about labels and stuff in supermarkets and stuff like that. Not labels in supermarkets, but brands. Okay, and I've been told by several people that they've worked in factories, and that the branded stuff is the same as the non-branded stuff, and they make the stuff for Tesco or whatever, the plain stuff, and it's the same beans or whatever that go into the tins as in the Heinz stuff. But I know that Heinz, for example, my psychology teacher told me that they've chosen those colours on purpose because it does have some slight effect on your mentality, or when you're eating it, it does kind of maybe just have some slight effect. But one of the reasons why the ones in the branded things might be more expensive, and I know this through working at Craven's. I told you that I was ordering sugar at Craven's. There was a graphic designer there having to make the sweets would be ordered and for Marks and Spencer's, and different people would order sometimes slightly different sweets, but sometimes it would be the same sweets but they wanted different packaging. So he would have to design the packaging for each different brand and pass it with each different company. Now, someone has to pay him somewhere along the line, and the materials used, all the drafts of paper and the time and the check-in and recheck-in and stuff like that. So, but I've gone on that track for a while. I want to return to this track now. Yes, my dad used to work as a milkman, and I know they used to have to sterilise all the milk bottles. Now, I don't know, I think sterilising, I was told I was listening to World Service or whatever it is now, I don't know who runs it, But I was listening late at night, and someone was laughing and saying, actually, the water you drink cold is more healthy than the boiled water anyway, because the boiled water is sterilised water. And like, I don't know where we are with all that, but you know, yes, I mean, it has to be rinsed in hot water, basically. And that's what I did. And I'm happy with that. And my mum actually rejected the whole thing. She rejected, like, she rejected, she was all superstitious about the fact that it was in a jar with chicken written on it, everything. But also, I have to make a further point, in that you will remember when John Major was Prime Minister, there was a Back to Basics campaign. He tried to instigate a Back to Basics campaign. Now, I read a book about how in the 90s, at the very time that he was trying to do a Back to Basics campaign, everything became about surface. And like the whole fashion was to somehow make surface as important as depth. So, like, I don't know what's been going on, folks, but I just thought I'd mention that as well. Okay then, bye for now. Bye!